Okay, welcome back to another day. Today, yeah, mainly just gonna keep working on this thing. I really don't know if the thing that I'm doing is actually useful. I don't know if sort of putting all these algorithms into classes is actually useful or not. But that's just how we're all. But yeah. So I just have no. I don't really know. Because if I want to do like sort of multiple algorithms, sort of one after the other, then I don't know if this is the way, because then I can implement like some sort of array with different algorithm class. I don't know. That's kind of the thing that I'm not really knowing what to do at the moment. And also this is kind of bugging me a little bit. So maybe it is. I don't know if I have any insertion short. Insertion. So it would be something like I don't have this right, yeah. So it would be something like this, but I have my very good insertion short called insertion. It will be insertion dot insertion. Okay, it will be okay. Now it shouldn't work. Okay. Should it? No, it should. This would be insertion for class called insertion. This out. Okay, and then I need to do insertion. Insertion. Okay, and then I need to get out of here, go into my makefile, and say that this file does not exist anymore. Okay. What undefined reference to B table for insertion short? Sorry, what file exactly? Main.cpp insertion short. That's kind of crazy, you know? Okay, so still giving me an error. Bubble short, bubble short. Undefined reference to B table for bubble short. Why? If I have my thing here, and I have my short step for insertion right here. Oh, maybe I need to. Wait, what? I have my vector, my window, and my render. Well, my. Yeah. So why are you not? What the hell is this? B table C++. C-Dasher component. Do I need to add a constructor? I think I do need to add a constructor, so let's just go and do this thing first, because this is just the best thing to do. Actually, header path.hpp, and then I don't know if I want sort of a public. I can just have this thing. So what if I just want a very good thing? Insertion. See, I don't want to entirely build virtual constructor, I guess. Um, protected public virtual path default. What the hell? It so happens that I given an error on the following code. Therefore, you need to provide a definition for the. So I need to declare a destructor as well? Well, I didn't have it back here. Is the most common implementation of polymorphism in C++ when the B tables are used. Even polymorphic class has a B table somewhere in the program. You can think of it as a hidden static data member of the class, every object of a polymorphic class. Checking this association, the program can work its polymorphic magic. Important caveat, B-table is an implementation detail. It is not mandated by C++ standard. Even though most all C++ compilers use B-tables to implement polymorphic behavior. When is a B-table? A B-table is automatically generated, emitted by the compiler. A compiler could emit a B-table in every translation unit that sees a polymorphic class definition, but that would usually be unnecessary overkill. Huh. So this is quite interesting. I'm actually thinking of doing this a little bit different, you know. I'm sure maybe I need to do delete, I don't know, insertion. Bubble, is it called? Bubble. Whoops. I mean, I don't think this is it, but you know, okay. Delete insertion, delete an object of a polymorphic class. No brutal destructor. So I do have to define a destructor. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Oh, here it is, actually. Okay. So maybe this is the error that I was getting. Not bad, but rather all good with it. Still the same thing. Okay, undefined reference for B table. Still gonna give me the same thing, right? Yeah. Okay, function bubble short. Bubble short. Wait. I did not have a constructor defined here, right? No, I don't. Oh wait, I'm calling it. I'm actually. Nope. Okay. This was in path.hpp. So I guess I then need to also implement the constructor, maybe. Not entirely sure about this, so maybe, you know, algorithm, and I get a, I'm just gonna say an std vector type array member called vector. Well, I said this was, I didn't say anything actually. Okay. If I then said, I'm gonna say vector I'm gonna go ahead and say vector, vector. Delete an object of polymorphic class which has no virtual destructor may cause an independent shape. But do I have to implement a friggin' destructor for every single thing? Destructor of derived class C++. Why base class constructor virtual is called when a derived class is deleted? What difference between a destructor, of course, also the constructor and all their members. Wait. Actually, wait. This is the constructor. And then in here, so maybe I do need to call it virtual this, and then it goes default. Interesting. This is in algo.hpp. So a lot of things actually. New publisher. Use of deleted function publisher. You're making me really mad, man. Do I actually need to do this? I really don't. I mean, I really don't. Do I need to actually go ahead and implement all this? My thing is actually no. I don't need to do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and come here. Try to go back to a commit in Git. Revert a Git repository to a previous commit. Git revert. Head will currently commit doing the opposite of the one above. Oh, wait. Temporarily switch, hard delete and publish commits, no publish commits with new commits. Just want to go back to a new one. I mean to a previous one. This is not the one that I was looking for. This is the one. Keyword handle started with the class implementation, so must be this one. Wait, what did I copy? Copy function. Okay. Revert head will create a new commit doing the opposite of the one above. I do git log. Okay, so let's just do then git log. And then I should see this one. This is the one that I actually did. Space to stop and resume the sorting. Yes. So this is the one that I want to go back to. This will detach your head that is leave. Or if you want to make commits while you're there, go ahead and make new branch while you're at it. No. Git restart hard. Okay. I don't care. Hard. Head is now on the blah, blah, blah. Okay. So then this shouldn't exist. Okay, it does not exist. Great. And then I should be able to just compile this, right? Yes. And have this. Do I have insertion? I don't think I do. Shit. Well, I haven't quite published it yet, so I can just get it out of here. I'll go that CPP. Right. Let me just go. I don't know if I actually do have it or not. Sorting that CPP. I have insertion. Yes. Okay. I have insertion, selection, and bubble. Okay. And then this one is selection. Let's just do insertion. Okay. Okay, I don't know why this is like this. Initialize array. Is the window width divided by the number of elements. And the window height, yes, minus 100. But I don't know why this is the Y window height. Okay, minus is this is. Wait, what does this 8 mean? Why is there an 8 here? This is the width. Wait, it's supposed to be width, right? So maybe there can be a little bit more width. I don't know. Definitely not. Okay. So let me just then come in here and say that this is gonna be width plus 2. Whoa. Okay, my bad. Um, let's see, plus. Well, this isn't. Oh, this is 0.5. Okay. And then I think I went into here and said, okay, remember it's also gonna happen. STL color, so that I can then go in here and have this changed. Routes.cpp. It was then initialize array highlight values row sorted array. Which I'm actually gonna copy the wrong. Okay. I'm gonna go back into array. Whoa, array member. Let's just see that by doing this, it all works. Okay. Whoa. Invalid size. Why? First, initialize array. Init objects. Dot size number of elements. I don't understand why it's giving me such trouble. Bullet size maximum size of a vector C++. Simply get the answer by max size. Okay. Let's just what's this then? Well, I am saying initialize array something here, which I could actually go and do, up here. And actually, edit objects, initialize array. Okay. Okay. Let's see how this one looks, and then I can go and do something else. Okay. That works well enough for me. So then I can go and do something like in array. I guess I can go into here and do a type def enum. I don't know where I have to define the name. Enum called algorithms. Type that requires it. Whoa. Was that not how you did enum level? Okay, it's the other way. Okay, let's just leave it like this. I don't care. Type def enum C++. Let's see, type def declare enum. Token type. Um, I guess I can do type def enum. Then I can do algorithms. And that would be it. So I could have bubble short. Could have selection short. I could have insertion. Short. Okay. What am I trying to do with this one? Also, this is not necessarily C++ then. And then I can go with this one. And I could technically, from this one, for example, go and say algorithms. Yes. Alright, what do I want to do with this one? I actually have no idea. I actually have no idea. Alright, not really what I wanted. Guess I could have another type of sort. Local array, it's just gonna be a vector, sorry, of array number. What's going on? Remote vector, and then it's just gonna be what? So this is how to know the number of elements in an C++. It's possible to determine the number of elements. Not really, but you could use the following trick. What am I trying to do here? I have no idea, man. The idea is that I have some sort of enum. This is enum for different algorithms or implemented. Okay, then this can go away. So the idea is to have a function here. Function so that I guess I do the loops based on the So there's another thing that I want to do that is like quite more simple. I think I did have originally that information like swaps. This is done. This is done. This is useless. So this is good. This is updated. Whatever. Alright, so what I want to do then, I want to do something that, what? Oh yeah, I did not push originally, Use git pull before pushing again. Git pull. Am I gonna get? Yes. Git config pull rebase pause git Oh. Push origin main. Merge fail, fix functions, and then commit result in all of this. We're completely in array utils. Yeah, there's no such a thing as array utils, so don't really know. Source array utils. You have completely messed up my thing. And I do not have a sorting.cpp. How great is that? Where's my... Whoa, 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 whoa. I just completely fucked up. Yep. I just completely fucked up. And I should have my... I do have my algo.cpp. Shit. What is fucked up? I just fucked up. That's just what it is. I should have my commit though. Yes. So I should be able to use git log. Updated the readme once again. Trying to merge. Okay, updated the readme. So this is it, right? So then I can go and do a git reset or just after using git reset part, do I need to commit and push? I guess so. And reset part once again to fix some things. You've used which is a powerful command. Git push or push the commands. You have force. Great. Nothing to commit. Git push origin main. Whoa! Your branch and origin main have diverged and have 1 and 6 different commits each, respectively. Git push origin main force. Okay. So then in here there should be. Okay. Okay. So we should be good to go. Okay. I was tweaking a little bit. Okay, so this is sorting and then array. In array, I want to have another thing which is kind of like to have this. Okay. So sorted array. How do I say this? Mess. Well, I guess I can go back into just this one again. Okay, wait a damn minute. This is the previous one that I had. Because I did go back to this one. Okay, so I have officially lost that one. Okay, that is interesting to know. So source main, maybe I do have other branches. I don't think I do. Yep. That is interesting. Okay. I have my color. And then it was somewhere here that I had something like redraw the screen. I have to redraw every single one. This is what it is, which says I do this. Then I set the render draw color with the actual vector. dot I dot color dot red, then vector I dot color dot blue, vector color art. Always do the same thing. This is a G. This is a E. Vector I dot color dot A. Okay, and then I go back to this one. And then in show shorted array, I have to do something which is like, okay. So I then have to say vector I dot color dot G equals 0. Then will equal 0, and then this would make everything work. Hopefully. Right, why is this thing not working? I'm sorry, this is... So float with this, and then I have this here, and then I'm supposed to have this selection short step. So highlight value is not really doing this the way it's... Or am I even calling it index? So shorted array index. Do not have index on this one. Redraw screen. Oh, okay. Okay, that's because on this one. Actually, let me do... Okay, and then config, just gonna... Whoa. Okay, this is not the way it's supposed to do it either. So shorted array, I saw all this, and then I set the render color, and then I have to set, of course. I have to do... Whoa. Saying this with the vector, well, I guess I can do just... What am I doing? Actually, no. If it's index, well... With I. See how this one works. I don't think it's gonna work, but, you know. Let me go actually... Hello? Okay, it doesn't work. should be shot render dark color. Okay, no, it should be what I had actually. This one. Okay. And then in here I should do this with the vector I color dot green, the vector I dot color dot blue. Huh. So I did set this every time, which maybe it's not needed. I have no idea. Whoa. Clearly is needed. So I think I know what's wrong. This is gonna be the same thing as here. You know? Okay. Yeah, yeah. Where's my highlight value, man? Highlight value, set render, and fill rect. Well, I guess I don't use this anymore, right? Yeah, this is not used. Yeah, I don't use it. Okay, so that's something I can get rid of. Undefined reference to highlight value, so I do have it. My bad. Why is this not working? Oh, why am I so stupid and I messed just everything up, man? Holy fuck. Okay, so then I render this. Okay. So I guess if I do the highlight value, I guess I don't need to keep this in mind when doing. Okay, so source sorted array is a different thing, but I guess this is kind of what I have to do. Let's just say that this is my index, and this has to be 255. 255. Sorry. 0. I mean 0 as well. Now, would this work? I don't know. Okay, it does. Okay, we're back to normal. Okay, so let's just do this. Back to normal again. Sorry, main. Okay, and then I want to go into initialize array. Okay, so I initialize the array. I redraw the screen, and then when it's so that I show the sorted array, I'm gonna do an SDL delay for like 500 milliseconds. And then I initialize it again, but the thing is I would like to have some sort of redraw sprint. I have my render, my vector, I, and then the last frame time. I do not have that one, I'm afraid. Which I guess I'll need so that I can have load last frame time. So that I can then, what, use 32, okay. U8 32. Okay. I guess I should receive it as a reference as well. Okay, and then I can go here and say, well, I have this as well, so I guess this is gonna give me, okay, not really because I have not changed this one. U8 32 last frame time. But as a reference, you know, here's where I'm gonna have a couple of problems. So I have my last frame time, and then I can have my last frame time here. Okay. Then boom, and it does it again. Huh. Okay, so that was interesting. Okay, yeah, I know why. I know why. Okay, so once you're done with this thing is, it's like, okay. Once you're done with this one, it's like I want you to initialize the rate again. It would be something more like this, right? Okay. Huh. This is interesting. So I do have this right here. Interesting. Um, well, I have to take a look into this, but so I cannot change it anyways. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, excuse me, this does not make any sense. Whoa. Okay, and then, you know, I suppose that I can come here and say, okay, once you're done with this, I can do a while, I guess, true, and then I can do another initialized array. Sorry. And then I can do redraw string, which again does not make much sense, but you know, but it's just gonna be like whatever, right? Because this is a for loop, it just redraws this entire thing every time. Okay, now I do not have the render field right, which is probably an important part of this, you know? Actually, I think it'll work. Okay, so let's just initialize it pretty slowly, but you know, pretty cool. And I can spit this thing out because I know it works. Boom, shows it. Huh. And then you do not do it. Okay, so how does this work? You render present. So I set the render dark color to the one that I have, yes. Then I do render field rect. And I've also specified the color that I want this one. Yes. So like I don't really know what's going on here. I don't know why in the first one it takes so long. And then in the second it's just like boom. Yes. I mean, what else can I say? Okay. This is what I wanted to test, and then I can here it does this, but then it shows it again, not really doing what it's supposed to be doing, which is doing the first thing that it does on that one. So I set the color to destroyed. Okay, so I guess I can do std vector clear. To erase in the clear. Oh, okay, but okay, yeah, erase. This built-in function used to remove one or more elements. Oh, okay, so it removes the entire size of this thing. Okay. So that's how it's going then. Alright, so I have my guess, I have my color, I have my rect. And then probably what's happening is this here, but yet again, this is the index and it should be working, you know, because that's just what we do. Like I should just do this in exact same thing. I have no idea why. I have no idea why. So this is running false, and then maybe because of the last frame time? I don't know. Then I show the sorted array, and then I don't know what I do then. But, you know, should I do last frame time equals HTML get text? Okay, the keyboard thing kind of works when it wants. What the hell is going on, dude? Dude, are you fucking kidding me? What is this? Okay, well this can be way easier. Handle keyboard. Whoa. I could just say this gets out of here. So, I don't know why this does not work, honestly. It alright, but whatever. Okay.